Nguzo Saba, the 7 principles codified by Dr. Malana Karenga. These aren't just a list of key Swahili words that we should familiarize ourselves with during the last week of the year in our Kwanzaa celebrations. No, these principles are deeply rooted in our Kebalan tradition. Nguzo, pillar, or we might be more familiar calling it column, as in those columns we see in those Greco-Roman style temples in the past. But these columns don't have their origin in Greece or Rome. No, their origin is in Kemet, the original word being dejed. Dejed as in a column or a pillar or a structure in order to support the entrance to a temple. Dejed was tied back to one of our original deities, Osiris. He was considered the bringer of justice to the Kemetic people. He gave them their ability to civilize themselves. And so too do the Nguzo Saba. The 7 principles: Umoja, Kujichagulia, Ujima, Ujama, Nia, Kuumba, Imani. They roughly translate out to English as unity, self-determination, collective work and responsibility, cooperative economics, purpose, creativity, and faith.
Imani. I almost want to scream the word Imani. I struggle with Imani because I want to see things change so quickly. I ask myself so many questions. Will we get it together as a people? Do I even believe that we want to get it together? There are days where I have hope that we're turning a corner, and other days where I see us continue to resort to the same pattern. Sometimes I get disillusioned because the problems are so big. I say all this to say this is a part of Imani. The struggle to have faith despite the topsy-turvy nature of your world. Or despite the struggles of the mind.
This is the primordial sound of the universe. It's the sound that reverberates in the entire cosmos and in every cell of our body. Each and every tiny cell in our body is perfectly and absolutely aware of our thoughts, feelings, and of course our beliefs. If you believe you are fragile, the biochemistry of your body unquestionably obeys and manifests it. If you believe you are tough, irrespective of your weight and bone density, your body undeniably mirrors it. When you believe you are depressed, more precisely, when you become consciously aware of your being depressed, you stamp the raw data received through your sense organs with a judgment. That is your personal view, and physically become interpretation as you internalize it. This is an excerpt from Man is What He Believes by Anton Chekhov in the Indian Journal of Psychiatry, 2009, October through December edition. We can change our body chemistry with our thoughts. We have, on average, 60,000 thoughts per day. These thoughts are repetitive, the same we had yesterday and the day before. The majority of these thoughts are negative. When we hold a negative thought, we stress our bodies and chemicals are released into our bloodstream that weakens the immune system, making us more susceptible to becoming ill. Our psychological reaction to our circumstances allows us to create feelings of anxiety, depression, and anger. Not the circumstances themselves, but our reactions to our circumstances. We must choose better, empowering reactions, refusing to give a situation power through our negative thoughts. This is how we control our reality. If we believe, then our anxiety, depression, and anger will decrease. Scientists once believed that once the brain reached a certain age, it lost the ability to change. Now they understand that not only does the brain remain malleable, the entire body is malleable. Every cell in your body is replaced every 2 months. We can become a new person, reprogrammed with better thinking habits and overall health every 2 months. We can heal ourselves. What we need to fulfill our destiny lies inside of us. Don't wait on divine external forces to change our reality. The physical must work in concert with the spiritual. It is irresponsible to wait on something else to defend the life that was given us. Reverend Dr. William J. Barber.
Why we can't wait. And it was in this text that King laid out and said he had this radical notion of the beloved community, which grew out of prophetic imagination and prophetic spirituality. Young Wallace talks about prophetic imagination. And Bishop Tutu talks about prophetic spirituality. It is the kind of imagination and the kind of spirituality that does away with the norm and cuts against the grain of all that is.
An article out of the Huffington Post helped me to understand that faith is about unleashing the power of the mind. Just by believing, we're doing. We must continually renew our minds, perform self-checks, and evaluate what we believe. We must monitor our thoughts to make sure disempowering ideas don't take hold of our minds. Carefully exercise mindfulness as a method of maintenance. Be aware of all of our thoughts. Question why we believe what we believe. An unmonitored mind is a neglected mind that leads to a defeated life. Different, we will never realize different. Believing is the pathway to creativity. Creativity we manifest into reality. We possess potential beyond our wildest thoughts.
In your time and in your space, there is no greater person than who you are and who you can become.
Jesse L. Jackson, Jr. Excerpt from You Are the Creator.
That which you feel yourself to be, you are. And you are given that which you are. So assume the feeling that would be yours were you already in possession of your wish. And your wish must be realized. So live in the feeling of being the one you want to be, and that you shall be.
Say out loud or write down over and over the reality you desire. We become what we think about. We think, then we are. We are what we believe we are. Bend our reality. We are what we believe we are. Energy flows where attention goes. We are what we believe we are. We are mighty in mind and spirit and can change our reality. We are what we believe we are. Our melanin holds great power waiting to be tapped. We are what we believe we are. We have done great things. We are doing great things. And we have greater things yet to do. We are what we believe we are. We are powerful. We are made of all the components of power in the universe. Our souls are a microcosm of the universe. The universe is a macrocosm of our souls. As within, so without. We are one with the universe. As above, so below.
You are the creator. This is the mystery. This is the great secret known by the seers and prophets and mystics throughout the ages. This is the truth that you can never know intellectually.
I believe in the righteousness of the struggle of melanated people that claim Al-Kebulan as their motherland. I believe in us, in our strengths, resilience, and genius. I believe in us. I have faith that we will overcome. The distance between our dream and reality is action. We need only the courage of the thought of freedom.
And so we've made it to the final chapter of the Nguzo Saba series in the Kujenga podcast. The seventh pillar, Imani, which Dr. Malana Karenga codifies as faith. In Swahili, Imani translates to trust. And I am keenly aware that there are major issues with trust and faith in the Al-Kebulan community. More often than not, the word faith invokes thoughts of religion, and trust invokes thoughts of betrayal. These results are indicative of turning our Imani outward-facing. Instead, what I like to do is to turn my Imani inward-facing first. I'll give to you my daily routine when working on issues of trust and faith. The first thing that I trust in and have faith in is my common sense. The second thing that I have trust in and faith in is the behavior of people, especially repetitive behavior. Turning our Imani inward-facing is an exercise in self-empowerment instead of victimization or blind faith. Allow me to share with you the words of Rudyard Kipling. If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you. If you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but keep allowance for their doubting too. If you can wait and not be tired by waiting, or being lied about, don't deal in lies. Or being hated, don't give way to hating. And yet don't look too good, nor talk too wise. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat those two impostors just the same, if you can bear to hear the truth you've spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you gave your life to broken and stoop and build them up with worn-out tools. If you can make one heap of all your winnings and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss, and lose and start again at your beginnings, and never breathe a word about your loss. If you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve your turn long after they are gone, and so hold on when there is nothing in you except the will which says to them, hold on. If you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings, nor lose the common touch. If neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if all men count with you, but none too much. If you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it. And, which is more, you'll be a man, my son. These words have always inspired thoughts of Imani inside of me. Faith in my ability, due to all that I have learned, all that I have experienced, all the mistakes that I have made, all the time spent with the people around me, all of the advice given from the elders, all of the lessons that my ancestors have passed down from generation to generation. All of it says to me, do not stand still. Do not be paralyzed by fear. Do not be seduced by comfort. You are here to create. Go out and create. You are here to build. Go out and build. This is how I've used the principle of Imani to empower self, rather than turning it over blindly to people that may not be worthy of its trust. Turning my Imani inward-facing first allows me to make better decisions and more solid decisions about turning my Imani outward-facing. And I encourage all of us to have some filter of inward-facing faith before getting involved in any situation that would require that we have blind faith.
We must maintain a healthy sense of Imani as a people. But for one moment, I want to focus on the younger Kebelans. You are in an age where all the information is at your fingertips, where your enlightenment doesn't have to be dependent on traditional schooling. My greatest faith is in you. You are uniquely suited in this so-called woke age to truly see your people succeed in the world on their terms.